Have you ever wondered exactly what an opera conductor does? Well, we found just the person to provide an answer.
I am there to assist my friends in the pit, in this case, the wonderful San Diego Symphony Orchestra.
Joseph Mekovich is conducting San Diego Opera's Florencia on el Amazonas. His work doesn't begin with the musicians, but rather with the singers.
He doesn't even meet the orchestra until probably 3/4 of the way through the piece. So he has a very strong vision of what the singers can do, where they need to breathe. Then he links the orchestra in. I've always said the orchestra score is like the magic carpet, that we put it together, but then we take that ride.
The word magic is especially apt for this opera, which takes its cue from the magical realism of Gabriel Garcia Marquez.
Well, to be honest, this idea of magical realism actually comes, that character, that idea is in the orchestra. The orchestra provides the sounds of the forest. You hear birds, you hear the animals of the forest, you hear the movement of the Amazon itself. So that all of that sonic world, the world that is needed to tell the story outside of the words and the singing, comes from the orchestra.
It's a complete soundscape that composer Daniel Catan creates, says director Candace Evans.
Daniel Catan was a man of genius, and he captured emotional world and jungle world, and he writes, I would say, exquisitely for the voice, for the human voice. The way the arc of an emotion enters your body, he's just brilliant at portraying it.
Elaine Alvarez sings the title role of Florencia.
And it was really remarkable to, you sort of hear the Amazon come to life. You hear the thunderstorm, the ship sort of gets shipwrecked for a little while, and it's a very dramatic scene with lightning bolts and everything, and it's all in the orchestra.
Florencia is a famous opera singer who decides to travel down the Amazon to reconnect to her roots and hopefully to find a lost love.
So it's a really romantic story, mystical story. There's magical realism. There's creatures from the Amazon that are the wonderful chorus that we have here. They're dressed up as monkeys and lizards. It's really remarkable.
Alvarez says opera is well suited to conveying magical realism.
Opera exists sort of in this world where it can be very realistic, but it can also use fantasy to sort of amplify these ideas, amplify the human experience.
Evans agrees and adds that magic and illusion always play better in a live venue.
I think the live factor is particularly potent, and opera is an increasing step toward your emotional center. When you add the musical component, it touches us in a way that I think is inexplicable. So it hits the core of the magic childhood part of us.
Journey and transformation are at the heart of this opera, and it's Mekovich's job to make sure those ideas come through.
When anybody comes to the theater, whether it's a movie theater or live theater like this, you're looking to be transformed. And what you want to do is just be sucked into the energy that comes into this incredible room here. The kinetic energy you feel from all the singer-actors on stage, and the scenic elements itself, and the energy from the pit.
And from someone like Mekovich, who adds what he calls his own spice into the mix. A little bit of cayenne pepper to turn up the heat on this trip down the Amazon. Beth Accomando, KPBS News.